You are alive at a moment in history where almost anything is possible. Yet most people choose to live small, not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack resources, but because they lack courage. Courage to think beyond comfort. Courage to act without guarantees. Courage to continue when the results are invisible. Most people wait for permission. Permission from society. Permission from family. Permission from circumstances. But progress has never waited for permission. The future is built by people who move before they feel ready. The world does not reward intention. It rewards execution. Ideas are cheap. Dreams are common. Action is rare. You will notice something as you observe people closely. Everyone wants success, but very few want the responsibility that comes with it. Responsibility is heavy. Responsibility removes excuses. Responsibility forces accountability. That is why most people avoid it. They want results without pressure, growth without discomfort, winning without sacrifice. That is not how reality works. Reality is uncompromising. It does not respond to hope or emotion. It responds to effort, consistency, and problem solving. If something matters enough, you do it, even when the odds are against you, even when the path is unclear, even when no one is cheering. Waiting to feel confident is a mistake. Confidence is not a prerequisite for action. Confidence is a result of action repeated over time. Every time you do something difficult, you expand your limits. Every time you avoid difficulty, you reinforce weakness. Comfort is addictive, and like all addictions, it slowly destroys potential. Most people are not lazy. They are distracted. Distracted by noise, distracted by opinions, distracted by short-term pleasure. Focus is the real currency. If you can focus longer than others, you gain an unfair advantage. Deep focus creates breakthroughs. Shallow attention creates nothing. The future will belong to those who can think clearly in a noisy world. You will fail. Not once, many times. Failure is not a signal to stop. It is data. Each failure tells you what does not work. Each mistake refines your understanding. Failure only becomes permanent when you quit. Most people quit too early, right before the compounding effect begins, right before progress becomes visible. Growth happens quietly first. Strength is built underground before it breaks the surface. Discipline is what carries you through this phase. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect in action. You must train yourself to work when you do not feel like it. To think long-term in a short-term world. To sacrifice now so that future you has options. Time is your most valuable asset. Waste it and you will regret it. Invest it wisely and it will compound beyond imagination. Stop comparing timelines. Comparison destroys focus. Focus builds mastery. Your journey is your responsibility. No one is coming to save you. And once you accept that, you gain power. Because when everything is your responsibility, everything is fixable. This is where real growth begins. Perfect. Part 2. Hi. Same flow, same tone, Bina headings. Boss copy-paste friendly. You have to understand something very clearly. The world does not owe you anything. No fairness, no balance, no equal outcomes. Once you stop expecting fairness, you start building strength. Most people waste years asking, why me? Strong people ask, what now? That shift alone changes everything. You don't need to know every step. You only need to know the next one. Clarity comes from movement, not from thinking. Thinking without action is just fear wearing a disguise. Fear is normal. Fear means you are doing something that matters. The goal is not to eliminate fear. The goal is to move forward despite it. If you wait until fear disappears, you will wait forever. Every meaningful project looks impossible at the beginning. Every bold idea sounds crazy before it works. History is full of people who were doubted, mocked, and ignored until they weren't. The difference between those who make history and those who watch it is persistence. Persistence is boring. It is not glamorous. It does not get applause. It is showing up again when yesterday didn't work. And again. And again. Most people underestimate how powerful consistency is. Small actions repeated daily outperform rare bursts of intensity. You don't need extreme talent. You need extreme consistency. Momentum is built slowly, then suddenly. At first, no one notices. Then everyone asks how you did it. So fast. It was never fast. It was just invisible. You will face resistance from others, from systems, from yourself. The mind will try to protect comfort. It will tell you stories. It's too late. You missed your chance. Others are better than you. Those are not facts. Those are excuses dressed as logic. The truth is brutal and freeing at the same time. You are capable of more than you think, but only if you demand more from yourself. Standards shape outcomes. If your standards are low, your life will reflect that. Raise your standards, and your behavior must rise to meet them. Stop negotiating with weakness. Your habits are votes for the person you are becoming. Every action is a signal. Every choice reinforces an identity. Act like the person you want to become, even before you feel like them. Energy follows commitment. Once you commit fully, things start aligning. Resources appear. Solutions emerge. People notice. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Success is not one decision. It is thousands of correct decisions stacked on top of each other. And yes, it will be exhausting at times. You will question yourself. You will feel alone. That is the cost of doing something uncommon. Average is crowded. Excellence is lonely. But loneliness is temporary. Regret lasts much longer. Do not let short-term discomfort steal long-term fulfillment. You don't need approval. You need progress. Every day, ask yourself one question. Did I move forward today, even a little? If the answer is yes, you are winning. The future does not respond to words. It responds to work. And the work starts now. At some point, you realize motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Discipline is what stays. Discipline is choosing the future over the moment. The people you admire are not always motivated. They are committed. Commitment does not ask how you feel today. It asks what needs to be done. Your feelings are temporary. Your decisions are permanent. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. If your system is weak, your results will be weak. No matter how big your dream is, build systems that make progress automatic. Remove friction from good habits. Add friction to bad ones. Make success easier than failure. Environment matters more than willpower. Change your surroundings, and your behavior will follow. Most people try to fight themselves. Smart people redesign their environment. Stop consuming content that drains you. Stop listening to voices that normalize mediocrity. What you feed your mind becomes your reality. If you want to think bigger, you must listen bigger. Protect your focus. Focus is the new currency. Everyone wants your attention because attention turns into value. If you can't control your attention, you can't control your future. Deep work compounds. Shallow distractions multiply. Multitasking is a lie. It is just delayed failure. Do one thing. Do it fully. Finish it. Completion builds confidence. Confidence fuels momentum. Perfection is a trap. Progress beats perfection every time. The perfect plan that never starts is worthless. Start messy. Improve later. Speed creates feedback. Feedback creates growth. You are not behind. You are early in the process. but only if you keep going. The hardest phase is the middle. The beginning has excitement. The end has reward. The middle has doubt. Most people quit in the middle. That is why success feels rare. When it gets boring, when results are slow, when no one is watching, that is when it counts the most. That is when character is built. Your past does not define your ceiling. It only explains your starting point. You are allowed to reinvent yourself as many times as needed. The world will try to label you. Accept responsibility, not labels. Identity is flexible. Effort is not. Earn your confidence. Earn your self-respect. Promises to yourself matter more than promises to others. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen trust. Every time you break it, you weaken it. Self-trust is power. Without it, talent collapses. With it, average becomes unstoppable. You don't need to win every day. You just need to refuse to quit. The ones who last the longest shape the future. Stay in the game. There will be days when you question everything. Your direction, your ability, your worth. That does not mean you are failing. It means you are growing. Growth feels uncomfortable because it demands a new version of you. If it feels heavy, it's because you're carrying something meaningful. Stop asking for signs. The work is the sign. Clarity does not come before action. It comes from action. Waiting to feel ready is how dreams expire. You don't need confidence to start. You gain confidence by starting. Fear never disappears. You just learn how to move with it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to act despite it. Your mind will always try to keep you safe, not successful. Safe. Safety feels good today. Regret lasts forever. Most limits are self-imposed, not because you're weak, but because you've never tested them. You don't know your capacity until you demand more from yourself. Pressure reveals potential. Avoid comfort long enough, and strength becomes normal. You don't need external validation. Applause is loud but temporary. Purpose is quiet but permanent. If no one believes in you yet, good. That means you're early. Build in silence. Let results speak. The world respects outcomes, not intentions. You will be misunderstood when you choose a different path. That's the price of originality. Fitting in is easy. Standing out requires endurance. Stop explaining yourself to people who are not committed to understanding you. Energy is limited. Spend it on creation, not justification. Your time is non-refundable. Treat it like the asset it is. Every hour wasted is a vote against your future self. Act in a way that tomorrow you will thank today you for. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Take the next step. Momentum is created, not found. Small wins accumulate. Daily effort compounds quietly. 1 year of focused work can change the direction of your life, but only if you stay consistent when it's boring. Discipline on the boring days is what separates winners from wishers. You are not meant for average. You are meant for alignment. When effort aligns with purpose, exhaustion turns into fulfillment. Stay aligned. Stay patient. Stay relentless. There will be a phase where you feel alone even when people are around you. That phase is not punishment. It is preparation. Isolation sharpens focus. Noise fades. You start hearing your own thoughts clearly. Most people fear being alone because they confuse loneliness with weakness. But solitude is where vision is born. When you walk a different path, you cannot expect company from those who chose comfort. Not everyone is meant to go where you're going. Some people are lessons, some are chapters. Very few are lifelong. Learn to let go without bitterness. Holding on to the wrong people slows you down. Growth requires sacrifice. Time, sleep, entertainment, approval. You cannot build something extraordinary with ordinary habits. Every great outcome demands an unfair level of commitment. Others will relax while you work. Others will doubt while you persist. Others will quit while you adapt. That gap is where success lives. You will miss events. You will miss moments. You will miss ease. But what you gain is something most people never experience: self-respect. Knowing that you didn't quit when it was hardest. Knowing that you honored your potential. Short-term pleasure is expensive. Long-term discipline is priceless. Most people trade their future for comfort today, then blame the world tomorrow. You don't need to be extreme. You need to be extreme. You need to be intentional. Choose what matters. Eliminate what distracts. Every no to distraction is a yes to your future. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Build systems that support who you are becoming, not who you used to be. Stop romanticizing talent. Talent without work is wasted. Effort beats talent when talent refuses to work. Consistency is not exciting. That's why it works. Success rarely arrives with fireworks. It arrives quietly after years of showing up. People will call it luck. They didn't see the cost. Let them talk. Your job is not to convince. Your job is to continue. When doubt appears, don't fight it. Outwork it. When fear speaks, lower the volume by increasing action. Action silences uncertainty. You are closer than you think, but only if you keep moving. Don't slow down because progress feels invisible. Roots grow underground before anything shows above the surface. Trust the process you committed to. You didn't come this far to stop here. One day, you will look back at this version of yourself and understand everything you went through had a purpose. The confusion, the pressure, the silence, the setbacks. None of it was random. It was shaping you into someone who could carry more responsibility, more vision, more impact. You are not here just to survive. You are here to build something that outlives fear. Legacy is not money alone. It is proof that you refused to live small. It is knowing that when life tested you, you didn't retreat. You adapted. Your future self is watching you right now. Every decision you make today is either helping or hurting that future. Act like someone is counting on you, because someone is. That person is you. Stop waiting for permission. No one is coming to approve your dreams. History is written by those who move first, not those who wait. Comfort will never ask you to grow. Resistance will. The road you are on was never meant to be easy. It was meant to be worth it. You will outgrow places. You will outgrow people. You will outgrow old versions of yourself. Let it happen. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. Do not dim your hunger to fit into small rooms. You were built to expand. Focus on becoming undeniable. So strong in skill, so sharp in thinking, so consistent in action that doubt has no space to live. When results arrive, stay humble. When pressure increases, stay grounded. When success shows up, stay disciplined. Because what you build can be lost if who you become is weak. Strength of character must grow faster than success. In the end, the real reward is not applause. It is peace. Peace knowing you gave everything you had. Peace knowing you honored your ability. Peace knowing you didn't quit on yourself. Most people never try. Some try and stop. A few continue no matter what. Be one of the few. Keep building. Keep learning. Keep moving. The future is not waiting for you. It is being created by you. And you are just getting started.